Even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020.
Today we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Detroit Lions
and the Las Vegas Raiders.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the tight end goes in motion left. They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 45-yard line. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Detroit.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Lions 7, Raiders 0.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
He gets this to Davante Adams. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
On first down, it's Purdy. Open man is Fortson. He's got it.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
The Raiders hit 6 and 5 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 9. 59 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Purdy now to throw.
Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal.
Throwing here, Purdy.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. And great starting position to begin the drive, and now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now a give here to Pollard. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4. On 4th down, Goff. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, but the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. This is caught. Touchdown.
Amon-Ra St. Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Lions 14, Raiders nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their 2nd drive of the game, but they've already thrown.
And that's caught inside the 30.
And he's going to get this down near the 25. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Caught out left side by Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Now Purdy.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you...
Touchdown, Raiders!
Jody Ferguson.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders have got it back to within a score.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there for Detroit. 56 yards. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
68 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Goff now to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
14.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Gone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
21. Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely got...
He's got a man complete. Past the 20.
And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas.
A great effort there. 73 yards.
And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Escaping the pressure right. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 39 yards there. A big one.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. This guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
Stretched it right there. Turned it into a really nice game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
68 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Purdy.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Purdy. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9. Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And the catch made by Hopkins. Room here to run. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Goff's throw complete here, pulled in by Howard.
Yet again, just a bruising carry.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted.
Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. How you like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you?
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He hits Adams complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A final shot before break. Purdy, he's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The 40. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Raiders. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, you and I said in intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Lions are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? And they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are...
And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Goff on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Pollard, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Off play action. Here's Goff. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
From the 5, third and goal.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 4th. Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever was coming.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Oh, he pulls over it, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
4th down try. Here's Purdy.
It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
There's Purdy on 1st and 10.
Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown! Marquise Goodwin, 37 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Yeah, this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He's got it to Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Back to throw. Goff.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to get it back here just past the 35.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Purdy to throw it on 1st down.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. 2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the
Purdy looking to throw on first down here.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Brandon Graham applied the heat off the edge.
But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Throwing on second and long.
Purdy. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it.
Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Lions are right back in this football game.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on second down. Goff.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play action. It's gone.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 30. Here's Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you.
And my goodness, another interception. Trey Flowers picks it.
And the Raiders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. This offense on third down today, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Back to throw, Purdy.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
Flush to his right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
A give left side to Robinson.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Purdy off the play fake.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Man open, it's Goodwin.
And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
That's caught, and again it's Goodwin.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards.
And the Raiders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the end zone, here comes...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ballgame.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Las Vegas, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. This defense for the Jags, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They get 5, and it will go ahead and move the chains. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board. They're able to avoid that 3 and out. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He'll find Metcalf. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Mike Evans with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 27. They started on the ground with Eckler. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. 5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on 3rd down. Now Lawrence.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Lawrence on first down.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Falcons are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. On play action, they'll throw.
That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts
From 13 yards out.
And the Falcons lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Lawrence will throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Lawrence. He'll connect on the out route with Ingram.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 31-yard line.
Lawrence.
On the screen, this is Eckler.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Looking Austin Eckler's way again.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
They'll swing this out to Tony.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Eckler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Kadarius Toney from 4 yards out. And the Jags are back within a score.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And he returns this to the 22.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Oh, a deep blow there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away.
Johnson on the return.
That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that 1st round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Now Lawrence to throw.
Finds his tight end Ingram.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Austin Eckler.
23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Falcons take over first and 10.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Now Lawrence
completes it to Evan Ingram. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. Well, you think about it, though, that interception, great for his stats, but bad for field position. It was 4th down.
Yeah, terrific observation. If there is going to be a silver lining, and this is what he'll plead when it comes time to watch it again, hey, it was just like a punt, right? So we end up taking possession of the ball. But you're exactly right about it. He should have slapped it down. Field position would be better for his offense. But how many times do you get a chance to make an interception that you turn it down? That's when your instinct kicks in and you take the football. In this case, the better decision would have been to knock the ball down.
That swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second.
Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gets him a first down.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Flushed out right.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their fourth pick of the game. Instead, second down.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
To throw again on second down.
Lawrence.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Running on first down, Eckler. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 39, Lawrence. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Austin Eckler
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are all tied at 28. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Jags are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Now Lawrence. Throw left side, complete to Tony.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon.
On play action, Lawrence.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he stopped immediately there. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw. Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down.
Lawrence will throw. He'll get this out wide to Eckler.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. And to throw again is Lawrence.
Complete to Jones. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Lawrence.
And this is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here's Lawrence.
On the screen, this is Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence.
Oh, he stays up. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick here is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal hole.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
A good gain on first. Has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, they'll throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Looking to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Damian Harris, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown! They had just lost the lead. That deficit sure didn't take long to erase. They return the ensuing kickoff for a touchdown.
Love the thunderbolt that just came out of that one that puts him in the end zone and back in the lead. Your only question, your defense just gave up a score that put you behind. Well, that score you just added on the board will energize them, or do they have to go back out there and they're a tired unit? We'll soon see.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
His tremendous season passing the football, it continues, Charles. That last throw puts him over 4,000 yards now on the year.
And he's still got the rest of November and all of December still to play. So to me, 5,000 yards, very much in play.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Good, 52.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it.
Touchdown, Falcons.
DK Metcalf.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons have regained the lead. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it. We've got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
Looking deep downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jamal Agnew, 58 yards. And the Jaguars use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got a man. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They go play action here on first down.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Fabian Moreau.
And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That'll give him 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Well, clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
Finds his tight end, Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Lawrence.
This is caught. And he's across for a late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game.
Obviously, Charles, such an important, well-executed touchdown, and that caps off what has been a strong second half. Remember, they trailed at halftime.
And how about the response? That's the type of thing that every team talks about before a season begins. Don't worry about the scoreboard at the half. Let's play strong in the second and come out and take the fight to our opponent. They did exactly that, and now they have the lead to show for it.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Able to find Patterson.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Jaguars, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they'll